Hey guys,
Hello.
I'm Rod the Fox and welcome back to From the Depths, and this is my third time recording this.
Yeah.
The first time I tried to record this, the pause button I got didn't quite work right because I got a pause button mapped to my keyboard. And for some reason, it was having a bit of an issue, like it wasn't quite working properly. But basically, everything that I wanted to keep into the video, except for the first third of it, was out of the video, and everything I didn't want into it was still in it. And the second time I tried recording this, I managed to get a full episode of it, a full proper episode. But the editing program, I'm not sure what happened with it, but I managed to save some of my work. But when I edited more or got more work done onto it, I managed to get so far and I worked so much onto it, and it would just crash, and I would have to redo the work that I did after I saved it, which evidently it pissed me off. So here's our third attempt at trying this, and
Hopefully final.
hopefully. I do have a new craft in the works, but before I show you guys, I want to show you a creator that is actually on my Discord, and he goes by the name of Apex375, and you guys are going to see, like, in the build, there's a bit of an engine inspiration. Because I honestly like the work that he did with these, and I'll show you here's the first one. This one is called the
Can you do it?
I'm not sure how to pronounce that first P word. PyVC, I think so. Hover bike. And I'll show you guys just what this looks like.
Spelled?
See now. Piveci. Piveci?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with what you assumed because I have no idea there.
But as you guys see, like, it's not really all of that. Yeah. It's not really all that big. I mean, it's relatively small. I mean, this is probably, like, it looks to be a very similar size to the actual starting raft here.
Okay, quit showing off, fucker.
It just seems like the size of the back section here has been flared out a bit to accommodate for some extra things. Though it seems like it's just okay. So it's just engines in here, and these must be yeah. I knew that's exactly what they were. I was just going to say these must be mimics here, because under normal circumstances, for you guys that haven't played this game before, if you put a thruster behind a block, I believe. Actually, if you put a thruster behind, I believe 8 or 10 blocks of space, like within that margin, the efficiency of the thruster will actually get reduced from a small amount to a large amount, and I believe if you cover it up completely, it will actually not work at all, because, well, the actual exhaust engine has nowhere to go, which is kind of cool that they put in that realistic aspect. And you guys see this weird part of the barrel here. This is the new muzzle brake variant. Because you guys remember earlier on, or say in earlier versions of the game, all we had was this in terms of muzzle brake, but now we got this, which honestly, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I do honestly like to look at this. Wait a minute. Was this always like this? You guys see the back section of this muzzle brake? Was this always open? Because you guys see here the back of this muzzle brake variant, like the back end is closed. But has this always been open? I honestly have no idea. I'm probably looking like an idiot now. And just like the other muzzle brakes, this does decrease the recoil force of it, just like the original one did. It's just the I think it's it's just a it's literally just a longer version because wait a minute, this one's 20 or negative 25. This one's lighter. How does that make sense? This one is long as you guys see. This is the 2-meter one. This is just a standard one. And this one's a bit lighter. What? But yet they have the same weight. Empty space. Oh, more empty space. That's why. Because it's longer and there's more like sort of like ribs cut into this. Okay, now I understand it. Okay, now I understand. Well, guys, now I want to show you the second vehicle that Apex has made. And he's made 3 vehicles, and the last one I'm going to be saving for last. This one right here. Which, for some of you guys, the name may seem familiar. Like I said, I'm going to be saving that for last because this one, I can honestly say, is really special to me. I'll show you guys this one. This one is bigger. This one's called the RTF Plank. Now, I think some of these Apex is still working on, because I believe he sent me a message on my channel Discord. Link in the description below, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. He sent me a message regarding all of these different builds, and he said that at some of these, I believe it's this one and maybe the Plank. Or no, not the plank. This is the plank. The hover bike is still being worked on, because I want to show you guys something. So you guys see the interior here? Yeah, this thing is full of stuff, and this is honestly, I can say, one of the few builds that I've actually seen using stone as kind of like a building material. Because usually what I've seen, I have seen some of the enemy factions, like the NPC vehicles, use stone for some of the things. But mainly when it comes to EMP protection and stuff, that's all I've seen. All I've seen was wood and stuff. But you guys see here, these stuff here, like the vents and stuff, is not connected. Now, this might be something this will most likely be something that he will fix in the with future revisions. And I can't build on this right now for some reason. What the hell? Oh, that's a turret. No, dur. No way. Oh, no, dur. As you guys see here, it says not connected. Although for some reason, this one is red, as you guys see, but it's still picking stuff up. That's okay. That doesn't make any sense. This one, yeah, this one's not connected. Or is it? I don't think it knows how to make up its own mind. But yeah, I want to show you guys something. Well, a couple of things here, really. You guys may notice that the ammo intake here is connected to the belt-fed autoloader here, instead of being connected to the ammo clip. Now, with other autoloaders, it's perfectly fine to have the a ammo intake hooked up to a ammo clip, because it reloads after a fight is done. But with belt-fed, as you guys see here, it says it will not reload until the clip is empty. Once reloading, it cannot fire until the clip is full. So basically, these autoloaders will keep on firing whatever ammo is in the clips until it is empty. or until the fight
Until it is done.
or until a fight is finished. But even when the fight is finished, if there is some ammo left over in the clip, it will not reload until that clip is cleaned out. Which, if you guys don't know how ammo intake works, it takes ammo from a APS ammo customizer. As you guys see here, load APS shell from a selected APS ammo customizer into the connected APS autoloader or APS ammo clip. And like I said earlier, like it's alright to have an ammo intake onto an ammo clip, because that's what's going to be like reloading anyway, because like the ammo is going to be going into a clip. And since that the autoloader is going to be taking ammo from the ammo clip regardless, then it's not really going to matter as much. Though I do believe you will suffer a bit of a longer reload time because of it. Because the ammo has go from the ammo feeder or the ammo input to the ammo clip to the autoloader. But in this type of setup, the ammo goes from the ammo intake into the autoloader, and then it goes into the clip. So it will reload a lot faster when that autoloader hits the reload cycle, instead of having to go through the clip. Because one thing I do know about guns like this, especially when you're using the belt-fed autoloaders, is that you want those autoloaders reloaded first. Because if there's an enemy that happens to come up on you out of surprise, then you're going to want to make sure you have ammo in those autoloaders, because if you don't, you're going to be screwed. Now, I want to show you guys something back here, which is something I honestly like, which I might actually do. I mean, I was considering on actually doing this. So if the noise is gone, but this Steam engine, which I'll be showing off here in a second. Yeah, it's kind of a bit haywire, and the noise of it, for some reason, somehow cut out the sound entirely, which honestly does not make any sense. But I digress. But as you guys see here, or what's something you guys notice with these missiles? They don't have any thrusters on them or any fuel tanks. These are missiles in a way, but these are non-propelled missiles. These are mines. So instead of, much like the what are they called? The bomb chutes here from the cram cannons. It's basically the same concept, although I find the missile mines here to be, there's that loud noise, to be a bit more effective than the bombs from the cram cannons, because as you guys see here, you can actually fit magnets onto these, which once they're dropped into the water, if there's any enemies nearby, these will get attracted to enemies, and where these mines here are using explosive warheads, they go to the enemy, boom. Plus it also has an active...
So that's how magnets work.
And plus it also has a active radar seeker, which I'm honestly not quite sure what that will work, because, well, I suppose it'll be better to like find enemies, but I'm honestly not sure how they will work in this case, other than finding enemies easier. But yeah, this one here I do believe has a set of 40. Yep, 20 on each side. There's 20 here and there's 20 over there. And now to show you guys the ridiculous steam engine going on here. The last build I showed you, the hover bike, it does have a steam engine set up something like this, where it's using like the small pistons and stuff, but it's using a large boiling chamber, which The size classing in this game, if I must be honest, is weird. Because you go from small, then you go to large, and then you go to huge. But I
Yeah, we
do
discussed that yesterday. That is fucking weird.
I do believe it only applies to the Steam engine setups because the missiles are normal. Like you get small, medium, and large missiles. I want to show you guys here. You guys see the target pressure here. He got it set, Apex got it set to always have it on full power, but to have it reach this target pressure. I honestly never used this before. This is honestly something, well, it's not really something new to me to see, but it's something that I honestly never use because like, when it comes to me and Steam engines, I always used the boiler rate, the burn rate control. And I have them set up so like it would always have like enough engine power so it can actually like get the craft into the air properly, and without it being too little or too much, and whatever pressure comes up from that, that's the pressure that it rests at. I never use the amount of pressure that that Apex set up here. Though it does seem to be pretty interesting and something I might try. Yeah, and I want to show you guys something. In the hover bike, I believe it's using what is it using? I completely forget now what it's using. I believe hang on. Alright guys, I got the hover bike out here again because I want to show you guys the type of shells that's being used in this thing. Here's the Steam engine setup that I mentioned, though this one, as you guys see, like the shafts are vertical in here, which I honestly don't see being used a lot often, which I must be honest is kind of cool. I do honestly kind of like this because I mean, it's good for like keeping things compact. Because like instead of having like the shaft and stuff like take out space this way, it's take out space this way. But I want to show you guys something because this one is set up a little bit. I think it's this one. Yeah, as you guys see here, the output here is gone crazy. I assume this is probably controlled at. Let me see. Automatic control block. What are you controlling? Timer. What? Sortable spawners? What the heck? You think it has spawners on this? Where? Wait, what? Hold on, guys, give me a moment. Okay, I had to check that real quick because, as you guys see here, like this is still called a compact repair tentacle. But as you guys see here, this is called repair unit. Okay, that's confused me a little bit. But I want to show you guys the type of ammo that's in here. This one is using frag warheads with a hollow point head. And I think, yeah, this one converts kinetic to impact damage. Which I can honestly see that being really effective. Because, I mean, you hit a target. I mean, because when the shell hits a target, you get like that heavy like impact damage to the enemy craft, and then you have the frag pellets to go inside of the enemy craft, which for you guys that haven't used frag weaponry before, yeah, it's rather deadly and extremely effective at causing internal damage of enemy crafts. And there's something I want you guys to see on this actually before I switch back over to the other craft. This one here is using a base bleeder. something I honestly never used on advanced kind of shells before. But this one here with the plank, I want to show you guys this one. Here once again. This one, once again, here we are, is using, this one here does have a slightly different setup. As you guys see, this is using an armor-piercing head, which, well, with HE warhead bodies, and once again, here's a base bleeder. And like I said, I honestly haven't never used a base bleeder on my shells before. And as you guys see here, it increases the shell speed modifier by 0.15, but it destabilizes it, so it increases the inaccuracy level of it. So one thing from what I see here, it's good for speed, but in order to compensate the inaccuracy of it, you're going to need a really accurate weapon in order to balance the inaccuracy of this out. And I can honestly see this being really effective, and here's why. Well, you have the armor-piercing value to go through the enemy target, and then you also have the high-explosive warheads to potentially cause an internal explosion. And if this shell happens to hit any critical system, yeah, that thing is going up like the 4th of July. And then plummeting out of the air like a stone.
Like the Hindenburg? Well, no, that didn't plummet. That just kind of disintegrated in the air.
Or that. But now I want to show you guys a personal build of mine, which, well, I'll get everything clarified once I bring it out. And honestly, even though it's the 3rd time me doing this freaking video, I'm still honestly a bit gobsmacked the fact that it's here right in front of my face and I have my hands on it again. I'll explain everything in a moment. Now, before I bring this craft out, this name might ring some bells with some of you guys, because for you guys that don't know, but when I switched from my old computer to this one, I lost all my previous craft except for the ones that's up on the workshop, like the old missile copter. I say the missile copter is still there. The missile carrier, basically the missile and the Gatler fleet that I used in the previous, not the previous season, but the season before, a couple of seasons ago, before the localized, or say centralized resources are moved. All of those crafts are up on my Steam Workshop page if you guys want to go and check those out. And I might bring those back and get those modified. I'm not sure, but you guys remember there was a few crafts that I made. Some of them were wooden, and the later ones were metal. This one is honestly one of my favorites, and the fact that it's here once again, that it's made its return, is honestly absolutely flipping amazing. So guys, without further ado, here is the Splinter version 375, which I'm not sure if that's intentional, but that's kind of awesome. That Apex put the 375 as a name in this. But yeah, I actually checked with Apex, and yeah, I read the message that he said about this, and yeah, he made this explicitly for me. For you guys that don't remember, like I said before, there was a few crafts that I made before I switched to my before I switched to this computer, and I lost them all. This happens to be one of them, and this one I was honestly one of the few builds that I was proud of because it was small, compact. The whole design is very like rounded, very cohesive. There's not really like many things jutting out. Like it's very smooth. And this is what Apex did. He recreated it and actually he legitimately upgraded this. Because for you guys that don't remember, this was actually a ship I made back in July on this channel. The missile system was a bit weird, as in it liked to make the missiles spin in circles, which I aptly called the missile tornado, which honestly really annoyed me because I don't know.
That sounds cool.
That
sounds cool, like a missile tornado. That sounds like a cool, like special move or something. I kind of like that.
And which evidently, honestly, annoyed me a bit because I honestly have no idea what was going on. Apex went and fixed it. When he built this version, he went and friggin' fixed it. And so he told me that like everything here has been recreated as close as what possibly can be, and it even has a better engine, which I'll show you guys here now. Now, the original engine on this only had, it had the standard setup that I'd like to go with, which using the steam turbines. But you guys see here, this has a bit of a different setup. This is using belt generators and a single 2-meter piston, which I can honestly say I like more than the previous setup I had, because this is not only like giving electrical engine to these batteries and to the electrical engines themselves to give a bit of extra like secondary power, but it also has a piston here to give like primary engine power. So it's balanced out, and basically you're good on all fronts. Like if you happen to like lose the piston here, as long as you have batteries and electrical engine, you're going to be good. And show you guys something kind of funny here. This is the only thing that's powering the engine. It's just a single 2-piece small boiler. Well, you guys something now. I'll show you guys something else. The target pressure here is 800. Look at this. This thing has got absolutely ballistic, which now that I've seen the boiler of the which one was it? The hover bike. When I seen that like going like this is honestly absolutely ridiculous. Which I can see how that would be useful, so that like it won't be like constantly using up the same amount of resources all the time. So you guys see, like, this is using resources, and I believe it's using probably 1 to 1.5 resources a second, which ain't bad. And this is something else that I've noticed. This guy's using AI PIDs, and the aim point selection and target prioritization cards are still on this setup. And you guys are probably wondering, why the hell is there so many general purpose processing cards on this? See you guys there in a second. But yeah, this is using the AI PIDs, one for pitch, one for yaw, and the other one for roll. Which, if I must be honest, I don't honestly use these, because I use the AI cards instead. But considering how well this is working just using these PIDs, I might actually start using these more, because I mean, guys, just look at this. Other than like the slight wobble it has side to side, I think it's side to side. Is it up and down? No, it's side to side. It's very slight. Funny enough, you can actually see it more so up here than here. Yeah, it's very slight. You guys can kind of see like the water like wobbling sideways there now. But yeah, yeah, I might actually use these because, like I said, I never used these before. These are something new to me, and the only thing that's here for altitude is a general purpose PID controller for, well, like I said, altitude. And it honestly interests me the fact that, like I said, Apex never used the AI cards, instead used the AI PIDs. Because, like, I have seen these being used on, like, some NPC builds, but that's about it. Like, I personally never actually used them, but after seeing them now, like, especially on this build, I might actually start using them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to end the video here. Sorry, there's no building, but I really wanted to show these vehicles off because these are absolutely amazing. And these missiles here are the reason why this is so many general purpose processing cards. I get to that little I'll get to that ornament here in a second, guys. With this, I do believe is using the same missiles. It has the thumper head, explosive warheads, and it has the same remote guidance, one turn missile, the fins with the fuel tanks, and even the turning thrusters. And I wonder, and the variable thruster, does this have? Oh, okay. I thought this would have the start delay, because that's how I did these small missiles. Like, I had the variable thruster on a 3-second delay. But if these missiles do work like Apex said they do, I don't really see a need of like actually doing that anymore. But yeah, time to show you guys what this yellow thing is on the front. And I want to show you guys something funny. When I found this out, this generally made me laugh. Let's see if I can find it in here. I know it's in here somewhere. Where is it? Is it this? No, that's not it. Here it is. I want to show you guys something. You guys see that? You guys see that? That is the link to my actual logo. So this guy took my logo, like an actual link of my logo, and pasted on this, which honestly is cool enough as it is. But I want to show you guys just what this is, is around this. This has, let's see, it has a window block. So when you think about it, Apex not only put my logo onto this build, but he also technically framed it as well, which I honestly find both hilarious and incredibly awesome. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I really, really liked like the first time when I originally built this, but now, like I mentioned in the first part or earlier on in the video, but now seeing it again, it honestly, even like recording this for the third friggin' time, this generally puts a smile on my face, because like this is not something I was expecting. I was not expecting to see this. Because like when Apex told me that he was he was making some things, I honestly thought they were cool. But then when he showed me this, I was like, what? I was honestly stunned. I was giddy and stunned at the same time, because I was that, oh yeah. I was not expecting this at all. And I can honestly say this is a gift. This is a gift to me, this is what I consider a gift. Or one of the things that that I would consider a gift, because the fact that Apex went through all the trouble to not only recreate this from the ground up, but to also upgrade the pre-existing, to upgrade the systems originally in it, and to just overall make it better, and to put my logo on it and frame it using a window block. I cannot wrap my head around that. Like, I literally can't. Like even now, like I said, this stuns me. This legitimately stuns me. Like, I cannot thank this guy enough. Anyway, before I continue gushing about this incredible thing and continue possibly rambling, that's gonna do it for this time, guys. So raise the like button from the depths if you guys enjoyed, subscribe and ring our bell if you guys want to see more stuff like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys. Where next episode will guarantee be a build video, and you guys will see some of the inspiration into the build, especially from this, because I did take a thing or two from this build that Apex did and applied it to my own, which I might actually use from now on. I'll show you guys what I mean in the next episode, but I'll tell you why now. It just seems to be a lot better in general than the original system I had to begin with. Plus, it looks a lot more cooler too, more than just putting out really, really good engine power.